Hey toy friends, so as you can tell by the title, this is a collab video. I am talking with the doll daddy, aka Jeffrey. So we compiled a top 5 list of most handsomest men, and yeah, so it was fun. It was fun having a conversation about these dolls, and yeah, so I'm just going to throw you to the conversation. And then right after the top 5, we have like a quick 10-minute conversation about other things. So stick around for that, and then I will see you at the end of the video. Hello, everyone. We're here with the Doll Daddy. Hello, Doll Daddy, aka
Hi.
Jeffrey. Does anyone call you Jeff?
Like everybody at my firm calls me Jeff, and I don't hear it half the time. Like my brain doesn't register it.
So we are talking about handsome dolls. All right, so let's get into our top 5 most handsomest male dolls. So I'll let you go first. So you're number 5.
Yeah, any of the King Magnifico dolls, Mattel, Disney Store, whomever, I think they just had a really easy canvas to work with. And anytime, it is so rare for us to get any kind of doll with facial hair from Mattel. So, not to mention sexy salt and pepper hair. So I don't know. I think they're really good. It just sucks because these were produced in the era of molded on pants and painted on details. So you have to body swap them, and yeah. And I don't like made to move articulation. I've made that very clear on my channel.
Yeah. How many are there of him? Because I know there's the playline one that came with the Queen, and then this is a different one, I believe, right?
That's the Disney Store bundle one in the picture. And then it's the Mattel. There's 2 playline Mattel ones, I believe. There's one with him and Queen Amaya. And then I think there was one of just him, but his clothing's green after the evil magic starts taking over him or something. So I think there's 3 total, and 2 of them look the same.
Yeah, I agree. He's very handsome. I kind of love this one. I was looking through photos and I was like, because I have the one from the 2-pack, and I did rebody him onto a made to move. But this one seems more smoldering.
Well, and he has the cartoony Disney body, which is articulated. It's just not fully. And so he has more of a barrel chest and stuff, and he's a little bit thicker. And he's actually he's the first character I ever drew naked on my not safe for work Twitter.
So my number 5 is Derek from Barbie, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I just, ever since I knew of him, or I was like, he is so cute. Yeah, I don't know. He's like a bad boy kind of look to him.
He's so of his era too. In fact, I didn't even know about him on the Derek doll. The first time I ever saw the space sculpt, it was an Olympic doll from Rio de Janeiro, I think, or something. So it's even farther back, because Derek's 80s, and I think this was the 70s. But it's the same face sculpt.
Yeah, I wish they would bring him back or something. I don't know. I just feel like he's I feel like a lot of collectors really like him.
Daddy by Measy. He's an Adonis doll. And Adonis is probably one of the more frequently given to us, very much designed by gay people with gay themes. I like Measy dolls. They're a little weird to get your hands on. They're kind of Integrity, where it's you go through a dealer and a dealer gets one. but they come with really good clothing and details and everything. And I remember unboxing him and his foot came off, but it was like really easy to put back together.
When you sent the list over, I was like, I wasn't sure if you were just describing the doll or if it was the actual name. And I was like, oh no, it's the actual name of the doll, Daddy Daddy. I was like, okay, he's a silver daddy type.
Also, don't let this picture fool you. That underwear looks like a diaper in real life. So I guess if you're in diaper play.
I was gonna say it's a little diapery looking. I was like, oh, maybe it's just the photo, but it's good to know.
Yeah, way more diapery in real life. I think one of my first videos ever on my YouTube channel was like I did like a really bad crafting video where I made doll jock straps, and I think I just put them in one of them.
I need more underwear. That reminds me, for my dolls, not for me, but for my dolls. All right, next up, this is my number 4. This is Tassa Tassa. If you watch my channel, you know anything about me. I love Tassa Tassas, out collector figures. I think they're adorable. They are more figures than dolls. They do have some articulation. It's mostly at the arms and the head. Yeah, super anime-esque, exaggerated features. Yeah, I don't know. I love them. I love them. The company is based in France, I believe. Do you have any of these?
I wish. I've always wanted one. There's like this sexy werewolf guy who's like coded to be like a black guy. I think he's like one of the most handsome ones they've ever made. Obviously, the one in the picture is really handsome too. Like, they're all really handsome. I've just never like bit the bullet, you know? Yeah, I think I looked at the pricing once and I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, support small artists, but also.
Let's see. Number 3.
Believe the Height Tate Tanaka doll from Integrity Toys. He's been my grail forever. I've been lusting after him forever. I think he's so handsome. He's so pretty. He looks like one of those dudes that would like almost kill you while driving his Honda Civic crazy. And I'm just kind of into that.
Yeah, I love the amount of detail in this. Just this one outfit is kind of crazy. But yeah, he is very handsome. I love like a pale, like a pale skinned doll. Also, another, if you're like into really pale skinned dolls, my first ever Integrity Toys doll, his name is Laird Drake. He prefers the company of gentlemen, I think is like his full name or something like that. And he's canonically gay. He smokes, he drinks brandy, and he's French. And he's like, his skin is like paler than any of like the vampires from Twilight. But he's like pale. But yeah, super handsome. But yeah, he literally came with like a little cigarette and a glass of brandy and a watch and like, I don't know. But yeah, my first Integrity Toys doll ever. All right, my number 3 is Greg. I think it's like the flocked hair and his face and his little like scruff, and yeah, he's just so good. He's so good.
Yeah, I agree. It's such an easy way to make a doll look good by adding in some amount of facial hair. Like, I know the reason Mattel doesn't give their dolls facial hair is because, you know, they're marketing towards like a younger audience, and that's just another detail that they'd have to like spend, you know, literal pennies on to make. But it's very rare that people who are at an age to grow facial hair are like clean shaven all the way anymore. So not only that, it just looks like it's kind of like out of style to not have some kind of facial hair.
Well, I think facial hair also makes it more real, makes the doll seem more like an actual person. I mean, it's obviously not a person, but it kind of grounds the doll a little bit, to be like more of like an everyday kind of experience. I don't know, like even like for kids, like if they're like dads have beards, they can like make that kind of connection or whatever. I don't know. I think it's weird. It's weird when dolls always are clean shaven. But yeah.
Right. So my number 2 is the Billy dolls. Love them. They're anatomically they're anatomically correct. They come with like a bunch of little like almost like fetishy gear outfits. Like these ones are wrestlers. There's like some cops, some like leather, and you can see they have like the megadongs, but the face sculpts, the fact that they went into the chest and like actually molded in the body hair and everything, and they're like heavy rubbery all the way through dolls, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're meaty. They're very meaty.
Even regardless of like the fun, gay, queer, like gimmicky aspect of them too, they're like legit good dolls that were constructed very well. So I think they're amazing collector pieces, but also, yeah, they're just sexy.
And they're also like important in gay culture, history or whatever. Same thing with like the gay Bob. Like it's part of like our like history, and I think Billy dolls are definitely one of those that I heard about like in my 20s. And saw maybe like pictures here and there and was like, what is that? I thought of it more, I think back then I thought of it more of as like a gag doll, or like something that's like people buy as like a joke or whatever. But as a collector, it's like, no, it's actually more than that, and it is like they are handsome, and Tyson is on my wish list for sure. My number 2 is the Dreamtopia Prince Ken or something like that. He's one you can't get here in the United States, which is really frustrating and annoying. And I don't know. Well, no, I do know exactly what it is. It's his hair. I love his hair so much. I love this hair sculpt. So I have this one, and I also have the brunette version that came with that 5-pack of Rebelde.
Yeah, and like one of the girls has like a star theme or something, and like red hair. Yeah, I know it's like super popular where it's from media, but I don't know the name.
Yeah. I actually bought the entire like 5-pack or whatever for like, it was on sale for like $60, I think, which is still like a lot to buy a 5-pack just for like one doll. I ended up selling the rest of them, but anyway, I'm so in love with these dolls, even though they're obviously very playline. There's like no articulation. They've been rebodied, so that's not an issue. But I'm just really, really, really into this head sculpt. So, let's talk about some honorable mentions. So I'll go first. This 15th Doctor, I think is so handsome, so handsome. He's a great doll, just like head to toe. Between his head sculpt, his outfit, I'm not even a Doctor Who fan, and I love this doll so much. Did you pick him up?
Yeah, I've got him. I think I unboxed him took his clothes off, paired him up with the Ted Lasso doll, whose clothes are also off because they both have mustaches, and called it a day. So he's on my shelf somewhere.
This limited edition Aladdin doll, and I think I like this one. I think the outfit is helping with this one, just for like the like man cleavage that he's showing. I think it kind of like makes him more like
bloody.
I mean, he's super handsome. The outfit is great. This is a great doll.
If you like this, you should get like. There's an Aladdin from the 90s who's like a swimsuit Aladdin with this little gem on his swimsuit.
I have him. Yeah. I also like there's an Aladdin where he's dressed up in white. He's got like a white outfit on. I don't know which one that is, but I kind of want to add him to my collection as well. Brad. I think his name is Brad.
Yeah, he's so handsome.
Yeah, I don't have this particular one in my collection yet, but I do definitely want him. I feel like isn't there a version of him with like a bigger afro as well?
I think I've seen, I don't know if it's like Brad, but I think I've seen that face sculpt used with an afro, and it's like a molded afro, right? Like it's plastic. Yeah. So I think I've seen him.
Claude, G1 Claude does it for me as far as like just being like, I think he's handsome. I know a lot of people don't, but yeah, I don't know. I really like him. I kind of also think G3 Claude is cute as well. But yeah, G1 Claude in this outfit. Yes. All right. These are yours.
Yeah. So the Julio sculpt is one of my favorites because one of the first times I remember being introduced to the Julio sculpt, it was when we got that sexy long-haired, super buff merman. And so he's forever ingrained in my system. It's also the only like holiday Ken I got this year was the Julio sculpt. But yeah, I think he's modeled after Angel Ken, so obviously.
I think I didn't know who Angel Kent was. I think I first heard of him from one of your videos, and I was like, oh, let me see what this guy actually looks like. And I was like, okay, you can get it, sure. But yeah, this is like, a spitting image of him, basically, which is really funny.
Hip Hop Hoodie, because back in the day, the fashionistas, before they had numbers, they had like, they also had numbers, but they also had little names like Daisy, whatever, Hip Hop Hoodie. So that's what I call him, because I don't know the name of this face sculpt. And I think they've used it like 2 or 3 times, maybe. And one of them was here, so he's pretty sought after. But then they also used him for one of the stylists in the Barbie movie like a couple of years ago. I think it's when Barbie Malibu and Barbie Brooklyn go to that art school in New York or whatever. Anyway, I think he's so handsome. He's such a sought after face sculpt, and he's just beautiful. And I remember being first introduced to Taint. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was first introduced to Taint during a Cub Scout meeting. No, so Tate was the redhead from the BMR 1959 collection designed by Carlisle New Era. And though that was the first time I was ever introduced to him, and I love him because he has like, this one has facial hair, so it's kind of hiding it a little bit more, but he has almost like this yanked, nipped, and tucked look to him. So I just thought that was super like slay that they gave a male doll some cosmetic work.
All right. Number 1. You ready?
Heck yeah. Right. So my number 1 is one of my favorite dolls in my entire collection. It is the Integrity Toys Tantric Maverick Lucas new face. Like, I don't know. They always put like 1,000 names on the dolls. But he's this super sexy, like, underground, kind of go-go boy, gay guy. Like, he comes with, like, little chonies and a septum pierce and some leather gear. And he's like a fetishist, but he's also just, like, really handsome. And when I first saw this doll, I had to get him. And luckily I bought him off the second-hand market for, like, he is the most expensive doll I think I've ever bought for myself outright, but he wasn't that much more than or he originally was.
So this is one a new to me one also. I've never heard of this one, but I can see. I'm looking at pictures and I can see why. I love his tattoos too.
Yeah, he just has everything that I want from a male, except he's not anatomically correct, but he has like almost everything I want from a male doll, like facial hair, a queer presentation, piercings, nipples, like tattoos, good fashion, like just everything about him is, I think he's a slam dunk.
Yeah, I might have to add him to my list. And then my number one is Tate, just because I love Tate so much, and my favorite is the BMR one. I cannot get over how good this face sculpt is. This screening. Yeah, it's like perfection in my mind. I know people are like kind of like hot or cold on him for some reason, because they do feel like he is too like snatched and too feminine looking. But in this version of Tate's, I think this is my favorite one, and then I think the Ken Looks one with the beard is probably my second favorite, and then I don't know between the other two, the Power Couple one and the one we got, the most recent one that we got, the collector doll.
He's the best one out of like. He's like the whole reason I even got on board with the BMR 1959 collection. So,
and that's that, folks. That's the list. Do you feel that male dolls are handsome in general?
Yeah, I feel like Mattel does a decent job with like face sculpts. Obviously, that's like the one thing they're like really good at. All the Integrity Toys men are really good. The like whole 3 or 4 of them, the LOL OMG ever made, I thought that they were really good. The Fresh Squad guys from Fresh Dolls, like it sucks because it kind of feels like we don't have like an abundance of male dolls, but we kind of do. But most of the time they're packaged with like another doll, because male dolls don't sell, etc. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Holiday Kens in general?
I love the concept. I'm glad that they are not the same price as the Barbies, because the Barbies are mega overpriced for what they are, and these Ken make more sense. And I know a lot of people were giving them like shit because of their like hair, but they're like, oh, it's just all the same doll, like blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but you do get your rooted hair, you get your flocking. Well, it's not flocking, never mind. It's paint. I keep forgetting, but they picked like 4 of like the best sculpts that Ken gets, so I think it's fun to include them. And everything, and I'm not even mad about the price.
Yeah, so I got 2 of them. I got the Julio one and I don't know what the Asian one is. I forget what the sculpt is, but yeah, I'm just glad we have Holiday Kens. Like, I was just excited that they finally came out with Holiday Kens, and I just hope that they sell well enough that we get more next year.
Yeah. One thing I also really appreciated about them is, so I give the girls shit all the time because I don't like Model Muse bodies. Not because of the lack of articulation. I just never like the way they like lean and stuff. But these guys have the male Model Muse bodies that I don't think I've seen on like a male doll since maybe like some convention, some special collector dolls, but like these were the bodies that were prominently featured in the Barbie Basics line from the 2000s. So to kind of bring those bodies back for the most part, like they've been around, but I just thought that was kind of like a nice little touch.
They also, if I remember correctly, they also feel pretty substantial. Like they feel like not heavy, but they feel like, they feel good in your hand. When a doll feels good in your hand, there are things that they could have done better. But that's with any doll, really. But yeah, the bar is so low, specifically with holiday dolls, that like I said, the fact that we got one, that's great. It's a great first step.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, like you were saying, the bar's in like hell right now. It's like 6 feet under. This, I just got her. She's, I was actually editing that video before we had ours. That new redheaded Silkstone sexy grandma with the green dress doll. And no spoilers, but she ain't worth $80. But yeah, I just like the amount of coercion I had to give myself to even spend that on her, because I knew what she was going to be when she showed up. But I was just like, yeah, but like, it's Silkstone material, so she'll be heavy and she'll have like actual like details and fabrics and stuff. And she does have all those things. But it's so sad. Or like if a doll from Mattel includes like a fabric bag or something, like an accessory that's made out of a material that it should be made out of, and it's not just molded on plastic, I lose my mind and I go feral. And, I think doll collectors were like starving right now, even though there is an abundance of dolls and dolls to collect. It's just interesting, and it's all online too. Like you never see these things on shelves.
I don't know if you've noticed, but like Mattel Creations stuff is like $71, $81. Like the fact that they're like doing that stuff is like, why can you eat the $1? Like, it's so weird.
Well, even little Miss Smoking section over here, she like these Silkstone dolls that Bill Greening's been doing, these reproduction dolls, they've been around like $75 for the past couple of years. Even during the pandemic, blah, 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 like one excuse for like raising the prices, but they maintain their pricing. And now she was $80, which is like $5 more. But we're going to keep doing it's only $5 more until those become like $150 dolls. Like it's just kind of sad to see, because I know you do boy dolls, but just today, MGA, some of their stock photo shadow high. Yeah. And so the rumored price is like $30. It's not confirmed yet, but for $30 to get all of that, those details, that articulation, those stunning faces, everything. So when I see something that's over $100 from Mattel that's like Playline quality, it makes me want to like rip my eyes out. Especially after they just fired our king, Bill Greening,
I wonder if they're grooming someone else.
Maybe Angel or Mark. Although I think Mark, I don't know if he got taken off or stepped down, but he said he's no longer going to do the collector Disney dolls. So he's been doing the Playline Disney dolls. And then he's the reason we got like these super cute new Playline dolls that he did the best he could. They have polypropylene hair, whatever. I've never really cared about poly because I like nylon, and nobody uses nylon except for like rainbow hide. I could see Angel Kent becoming like another Bill Greening or something, but not like Robert Best or anything. But yeah.
What are your thoughts on the I don't even know what that collection is, the campy Disney doll collection?
Oh, those like brand new ones where like Belle's like a teacup or whatever. So I loved them. I was so on board because they were campy, they were different, they were ugly. Like, don't get it twisted, they are not pretty. Well, Tiana's gorgeous. She and that's probably one of the best Belle faces we've ever got. But like overall, but the $80, the more I was looking at them and everything, I was just like, woof. And to get all three of them, that's $240. And they're still Mattel. You can still see that it was like laser printed fabric details, like Tiana's vines hanging off. You can still see that it's gold foiling. And foiling to me always looks cheap, no matter what you do with it. And they're still like hollowed out dolls. They're not solid all the way through plastic, stuff like that. So it was just like, the Tiana was the one I wanted the most, but when I was staring down the barrel of $80, it was just hard to swallow. Versus a Silkstone being $80, because Silkstone feels more luxe.
I love the idea of those dolls. I love the campiness of them, but yeah, I've seen a few reviews and I'm just like, I'm good. Not that I would. I mean, I'm not really a Disney collector anyway, but if it's a interesting enough concept, I could be persuaded. So thank you, Jeffrey, so much for joining me, talking about some handsome boy dolls. Is there anything you want to plug? Your socials or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just the doll daddy on Instagram. That's like where I'm the most active. Because shoot, I don't even upload on my channel as much as I upload on Instagram. But that's basically it. I would say the not safe for work Twitter, but I haven't touched it in months.
So there you have it, folks. That was my conversation with the Doll Daddy about our top 5 most handsome dolls. So yeah, let me know what you thought of our lists, our rankings. Did you agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments, maybe like what your most favorite handsomest doll is. I'm curious to know. And thank you, Jeffrey, again for joining. Go ahead and follow him or subscribe to his channel on YouTube. Follow him on Instagram. I'll link his stuff in the comments or the description below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to the channel. And I hope you're having a lovely whenever you're watching this. And I will catch you next time.